They went from playing a couple tearing each other apart to sharing the screen again in a completely different world. And now, Scarlett Johansson and Adam Driver are back together. But this time, it's not what fans expected at all. 7 years ago, Marriage Story showed them as Nicole and Charlie Barber, a couple going through a brutal emotional breakup. But what most people didn't realize is how real it sometimes felt behind the scenes. Johansson later revealed that they spent entire days just screaming at each other during filming. Not casually, full emotional exhaustion take after take, pushing each other to the edge just to make it feel authentic. And maybe that's exactly why people still talk about that film today. Because it didn't feel acted, it felt lived. But what nobody saw coming was how that intense on-screen history would lead to another collaboration years later. Because now, they're back in a brand new film called Paper Tiger. At first glance, it sounds like a completely different world. A crime thriller set in late 1980s New York where Johansson plays Hester Pearl, a wife trying to hold her family together. Everything seems stable until Adam Driver's character enters the picture. He plays Gary, the brother of her husband, played by Miles Teller. And his arrival doesn't just disrupt family life. It pulls them into a dangerous situation involving the Russian mafia. What starts as a family story slowly turns into something much darker, more unstable, and far more dangerous than anyone expects. But here's where things get interesting behind the scenes. Unlike the emotional chaos of Marriage Story, Johansson described this set as unexpectedly warm. She even bonded closely with Miles Teller, saying he brought a surprising sense of tenderness to the production. At one point, while she was away for press duties, Teller reportedly sent her photos of her makeup station just to joke, "Where's Hester?" A small moment that shows how different this experience was compared to her past work with Driver. But that wasn't the only unexpected twist in this story. Because years after Marriage Story released, something bizarre happened in real life. The U.S. Department of Agriculture actually used audio from Johansson and Driver's screaming argument scenes to scare away wolves that were attacking livestock on a farm in Oregon. Yes, seriously. The emotional intensity that once earned awards on Netflix ended up being repurposed as a wildlife deterrent. And when Johansson was asked about it later, her reaction was surprisingly lighthearted. She joked that she was glad their work could be useful. But what makes this even more surreal is how casually she still speaks about Adam Driver. Despite everything, from emotionally draining scenes to wildly unexpected viral moments, she continues to praise him as an extraordinary actor and someone she deeply enjoys working with. And that brings everything full circle, because Paper Tiger isn't just another film for them. It's a reunion that comes with history, intensity, and a level of shared creative energy that already made their first collaboration unforgettable. Now the question is, will this new story match the emotional impact of their last one or surpass it entirely? Either way, one thing is clear. When Scarlett Johansson and Adam Driver share a screen, nothing ever stays simple for long.